Good evening, my YouTube family. Now I've seen the paper where Mr. Golden was in East Central St. Catherine. That's where Raymond Pryce is running. It used to be Fitz Jackson there. Now, is Raymond Pryce. And I'm going to read what I've seen in the paper. East Central St. Catherine, the journey does not end here. It is just beginning. We are on a mission of action with the MP of East Central St. Catherine. We see the need, we see the hope, and we see the fight in every face. The message is clear. The word is love. That's Mr. Golden's speech. And you're going to see the video and you're going to hear everything that he's saying in the end. And Raymond Pryce is going to tell you something that he did, that Comrade leader Mark Goldie did when he was just a justice minister. For sure that this man, he has ideas and he knows exactly what to do. So you guys will hear, whatever he's saying. So please listen up. Sorry.
It is indeed a great pleasure to be here on the ball field in Southborough to address you. And I want to thank each and every one who has come out and supported our tour of the constituency today and who stayed the course with us. And here we are, wrapping up the proceedings. I want to big up, first of all, a mentor, one of the fathers of the PNP right now, Comrade Fitz Jackson. Comrade Pryce Jackson, I asked him to come into the shadow cabinet and to anchor affairs concerning Portmore, special responsibility for Portmore. And it was a very important job because we saw what the labor rights were about. And they were trying to use this allurement of a parish to basically seize control of the St. Catherine Parish Council. And Pryce stood up like a champion and fought the good fight. And eventually we had to take the matter to court successfully. And we were able to lick that ball out of the park. And that is not on the agenda right now at all. I want to also acknowledge Comrade Raymond Pryce, somebody who I've known for quite a long time now. And I respect Comrade Raymond Pryce because he came to East Central in difficult circumstances. Friends, it is indeed a great pleasure. A brilliant young man. He is a very articulate speaker. He has a creative mind. He will be able to represent you in the parliament, advocate for you, and advocate for causes which you care about. So I think he would be an excellent choice to put him into Garden House. And I'm looking forward to it, but more than that, I am depending on you all to make sure that it happens, because East Central St. Catherine is a seat that we want to see in the column of the People's National Party, putting us into the majority that will take us into government to continue the mission of our party. Is looking for change. When you look at it, we've achieved so much as a country, but yet there's so much to be done. And the Labour Party government has basically run out of steam. They don't know how to make the economy grow. They don't know how to make the people of Jamaica feel like they're owners in their own land rather than having to run off to foreign to make it in life. And the people of Jamaica are fed up with a government that they can't have any trust or confidence in because there's a set of generals over there. And it's from the very top that it starts, because when you have a prime minister who cannot have his financial declaration certified by the anti-corruption agency of the country, the Integrity Commission, and has them in court trying to strike down a brilliant young man, is in a way that looks at the traditions of the party as a socialist movement coming out of 1938, a movement that cares about ensuring that the most vulnerable in the society are protected. We are a party that believes in a strong economy. We support the business community. We like to partner with the business community so that they can make more money and make more business, grow the economy, create jobs. At the same time, we want to ensure that workers are properly looked after in the country as well. That is why, when it comes to the contract work device, you know, we intend to deal with that in a more serious way, because the court ruled that the security guards were employees and were entitled to be treated as such. And the security industry has had to adjust, and they have adjusted successfully to that. And there are other industries where similar work has to take place to ensure that our employees in Jamaica have all the rights that workers are supposed to have. From Daddy Manley time, coming through to Michael Joshua Manley time, those rights were put into the law for our workers, and we intend to ensure that they get the benefit of those rights. In the same way, when it comes to beach access, we have a beautiful country with so many miles of beaches, but so few of those beaches are accessible to the people of Jamaica. That is wrong. Other countries in the Caribbean have a big tourist industry like us, but their people are not excluded from it in a way that looks at the tradition. Comrades, we have a progressive set of policies in housing, in education, in agriculture, in healthcare. We want to build an economy that takes advantage of Jamaica's geographical position in the sea lanes, where we can be a logistics hub, adding value here in Jamaica, creating good quality jobs for goods and services that can be produced right here, putting Jamaica more firmly into the value-added supply chains of the world. Ships coming through the Panama Canal can stop in Jamaica. Goods and services can be provided. Maritime services, assembly of goods, and other important tasks. That is why we need a government with a plan, and a government that understands what needs to happen to make that a reality. Comrades, I am very much looking forward to delivering on these things. The bureaucracy of the country, many people are frustrated when they have to deal with government. And that government office, it takes too long. There are too many fees and charges. There are too many delays in the system. And that is why a lot of investment is coming to the country. I want you to know that foreign direct investment is at a fraction today of where it was when we demitted office in 2016. I think it's less than a third. And one of the reasons is because this government has been so poor at sorting out the bureaucratic procedures. All they have is Daryl Vaz running.
Thanks and acknowledgement to Comrade Pryce Jackson. Many of you know that the very first day I did any political work for the People's National Party was when he was running to be Member of Parliament, and at that time South Borough was a part of his constituency, and I did my first canvass for the People's National Party right here in the South Borough community. So big up to my political godfather, Comrade Pryce Jackson. Comrades, my heart is full to give acknowledgement to Comrade Party Leader Mark Golding. Comrade Leader, I did a tally this morning as to the amounts of times that you have said yes to come into East Central St. Catherine. Even on your way to the country, you have come in and met with families during their time of grief. Most recently, you were invited to be guest speaker at a function over at Caymanas Track, and all we had to do was whisper to you about a family that was in mourning, and you adjusted your schedule and you were here. You are here again today. Thanks and acknowledgement to Comrade Pryce. The other reason why my heart is full, when Comrade Pryce Jackson had Southborough as part of his constituency, this football field was totally fenced around. The turf was one of the best football turf in anywhere in central Jamaica. And in 9 years since we have had the Member of Parliament that we have had, the fence has gone, the grass has gone, the liberty has gone. When I became the candidate for East Central St. Catherine, And I'm looking in the crowd and I'm seeing ones and mans who know what I'm going to be talking about next. There was such attention in this community that even where we are standing, Comrade Leader, some people from one part could not come, if others from another part was there. I'm going to acknowledge a few people by name. Dane Campbell, Theo Brown, Jason Gordon, and Naeem and Nikkei Plummer. When the suggestion was made to re-register the Southborough Football Club, we walked from part to part. The art has been here for 112 months. And during that time, $3 billion of taxpayers' money have been allocated to this constituency for an average of $30 million per month. We have seen him giving presentations in Parliament saying that in concrete the gully behind Newland and it no concrete. We have seen him say that in concrete the gully beside Westchester and it no concrete. We have heard him recently, and by the way, as someone talk on microphone, we don't come in at the middle of the night like we have vampire to suck people down. Must do while the sun, the rising sun of the People's National Party is shining. Comrades of East Central St. Catherine, we not in at the baga. We not in at the imposter that drive around on the microphone and accuse us of being criminals. He was a minister in the Ministry of Sport, and there is not one football field developed in the constituency. Not one netball court built in the constituency. The multi-purpose court being built has been here for one term that you are ready for East Central St. Catherine to return to the column of the People's National Party. And before I hand over to our next Prime Minister, let me say in his presence, boss, when you are Prime Minister, you don't have to worry about your head back. Raymond Pryce will be in Parliament on the government benches in support of your administration. I will tell you something about this, boss. As a backbench first-term MP, I had an idea and I brought a private member's motion that asked to do three things. And when the Justice Minister, as he was at the time, came to Parliament with a bill, the three things that I had thought were important, Comrade Edgar, in turning it into 30 things of greater importance, starting with the decriminalization of ganja. And I'm saying to you young people, if he did that as Justice Minister, oh Lord, imagine what I'm going to do as Prime Minister. And with those few words in tribute to the great mind and the great heart and the capable hands, firm that you are ready for.
Thank you, Comrade Peter. Comrade Party Leader. Brother, let me meet and come again. Comrade next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golden. Welcome to the PNP Republic of Jamaica. Comrade incoming Member of Parliament, one Raymond Pryce. The workers, the stalwarts of East Central St. Catherine, I greet you well. You know, Comrade Leader, it's kind of hard to say comrades of East Central, you know, because when you're in Southborough, Southborough comrades are my comrades. Comrades with whom I have developed and built.
The vibes nice, the true, really nice, really nice. I just love to see them kind of movements there. Them start a meeting and greeting and going around and getting to know the people, interacting with the people. Yeah, man. And you cannot act. This is no act. Because people will pretend thing can hide. You understand? I can see this. This one is real. So thank you for listening. Thanks.
When you're in Southborough, Southborough comrades are my comrades. Comrades with whom I have developed and built a relationship, a partnership for a number of years. And I must tell you, every time I come in Southborough as a community, I feel that I am at home. Comrade leader, Comrade Pryce, Southborough is one of those communities in Portmore and formerly of South St. Catherine that has. Thank you, Comrade. We have a mission. We have a mission here in Southborough, in East Central, and in Portmore. You came out in your strength and in your powers when the trying was to do them little gerrymandering business in Portmore. You stood up and said, PNP now go stand by and allow democracy to be murdered in Portmore. That fighting spirit, that resolve, I expect to continue in that battle to make sure that Raymond Pryce becomes your next member of parliament and Comrade Golden, our next Prime Minister of Jamaica. So comrades, I'm not going to spend no more time on the mic because we will live next week. I want to run out a little salt and a little flour across the fence. We just reach out to my neighbors and say a little salt from a little black pepper because we are family. So comrades, I am now going to hand over to the MC, the powerful Comrade Keith Lewis.
Our next Prime Minister, I can't wait. I don't want to tell you. Call it what you call it. Because Martin G and the PNP, we are ready. And I know our party leader.
People, do you see how active my comrade leader is around the country? You see how active he is. You hear of the good things I've done in the past that I'm never ready to be run for prime minister yet. So guys, please support him. Please go out and vote. And vote and vote and vote. Open your eyes and vote properly. You understand me? Just go out and vote and support because we want Jamaica to be a better place. We want Jamaica to be a better place. And he has good plans for Jamaica. So please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.